Hey guys, it's Cam, Oregon Knife Guy. Me and the boys are out on the trail. They're feeling all kinds of spunky. They like to wrestle. For the first, 2 miles of this trail, it's gravel, and it's big gravel. They don't want it to like sink when it rains here all the time, so little gravel just kind of works its way into the ground. So they use some pretty large gravel, like 1.5 inches minus or something. Pretty good sized gravel, but so it's not the most comfortable. But as soon as we get on the downhill slope, we take that all the way to the top of the hill, and then as soon as we crest the hill, they start getting excited. I don't know, I'm close to halfway down the trail at this point, but it's a little section that my wife really likes. It's like an add-on. I don't know, a little bit, almost a half a mile that they just add on to the side of one of the trails. And you take this little offshoot, and then it works its way back. But it works down into this canyon. So we got this cool drainage up here. And then, I don't know if you can see that very well, but there's a drainage there too. And then there's a nice creek that runs down through the bottom of it. But I know you guys see a lot of dirt and trees on my channel. You know, what can I say? I love dirt and trees and knives. So the reason I'm doing this little video, this one's probably going to be quick unless I ramble on, is that Winchester that I got yesterday. I put out a video about it and a little pen knife that I'd picked up. Well, I love it. I love it so much that I had to do this other video and show it and talk about it a little bit. No, I'm going to stop right here on this stump. Boys, hold up. All right, so it's the walking stick I'm currently carving. That's all I've got. It's just I've done the top of it. I like to carve those trees on them now. All right, well, so Coffin Jack by Winchester. It's got that awesome bolster. I don't know what that's called. It's got the coffin end. All right, I'm going to open her. So first, I love that long spear point. So this is a fairly thin knife. I've got the GC 44 gun stock on me, and I'm going to show you guys what here. This is going to take just a second. All right, so pin blade on this bad boy first. This is probably a 5 pull. This is almost 10. It is very difficult to open. I can get it, but man. So it's a little, I know I said this in the last video, but this knife's a little bit bigger than I thought. It's a full 3.5. I love that bone. The fit and finish on it is remarkable. The action is smooth. I just love that knife. I love the size. I love the width. All right, we got more people coming. I'm going to have to move on, I think. Dang it. Here, I'm going to talk and move at the same time. Come on, boys. Pick up your pace. All right, sorry, guys, about that. I had to grab my stuff real quick. There's a guy that has a motorized chair, and he's got a dog. And my dogs are obnoxious when we encounter other animals, so we're just going to move. That guy isn't going very fast anyway. He's got someone walking with him, so I should be able to outpace him. Oh, and another dog. Here, let me get over to the side. Come on, boys. Go ahead. My dogs are going to freak out, but... Oh, they actually did all right. Come on, boys. Have a good day. All right, so, well, look at that. I said all that stuff about my dogs, and then they behaved just fine. All right, so 44 gun stock and the Coffin Jack side by side. To see the width difference, the 44 gun stock isn't a wide knife either, so broad or whatever. It's fairly thin and svelte, but as you can see, that Coffin jack's quite a bit thinner. So it fits really nice in the pocket. It fits really nice in the hand. I was sharpening it last night and I was just like, oh man, it's phenomenal. I was going to bring out the sow belly. I ended up forgetting to grab it, but so I did bring. That is the toothpick I was telling you about. That is, as you can see, it's a little bit longer than this other one that is exactly 3.5. So it's like 3 5/8 or something, 3 3/4, which is odd for a tiny toothpick or a small toothpick. But you see, it's the same black bone. The jigging doesn't match, so I don't think the toothpick has the old Utica bone on it. It's also made from in the 90s. So it's a later knife, but the black bone is similar, and it might be some same old bone, just in a different, different jig pattern. But the Coffin jack matches the sow belly exactly. In fact, I think they're the same year. Don't quote me on that, but I think they're both 87. So from the same series, but I'll have to double check that when I get home. But might as well show off what else I'm carrying. I've been doing the majority of my whittling today with the White River M1. It's the M1 backpacker opposed to the M1 caper. The M1 caper, and I don't know if this is all of them, but the M1 caper that I felt was hollow ground, and I think the backpacker is flat ground, which you'd think if they were trying to save weight, they would just hollow grind all of them. It'd make it thinner, it'd make it lighter, and it would make it cut better. But maybe they want it to be more sturdy so you can use it as like a pseudo bushcraft knife, but I'm not positive. So I got that's for my fixed blade. I've got the Native Chief in my back pocket, clipped on next to my wallet. I call it my give me your wallet knife. God forbid anybody ask me to give them my wallet. All right, I've been carrying this since my birthday. The Urban, love it. Love the slip joint. Spyderco's slip joints, they're slip it knives. I know a lot of the modern knife reviewers will tell you that they're double detent. They are not a double detent. They have a back spring, and not only is it a back spring, but it's a back spring with a little notch. Say similar to a back block. You guys know how a back block goes. Well, these are a slip joint that has a little notch on the lock bar and in the tang of the knife, and so it clips in there, and when you go to close it, it takes quite a bit of force to overcome that. So there's sometimes, depending on which kind of pressure you put on the blade, that it almost feels locked. I mean, when you have your hand in the choil, you definitely feel it's confidence inspiring. It is not going to close. Okay, so that's not my main knife, though. I'm using that for whittling. Carrying the Kershaw Bel Air again. I love the Bel Air. I feel like I've showed these other ones 1,000 times and it's probably getting boring, but I've got... Howdy, folks.
How you doing?
Oh, good. About yourselves. Got the Winchester large whittler in my belt sheath. Love this knife. It's got that beautiful wide clip point blade, and then the two pin blades that are pretty fat pin blades too. In the other slot on there, I've got what I've been calling the dog leg whittler, but I don't know, some people, they call it a seahorse whittler or a Warncliffe whittler. It is shaped like the traditional English Warncliffe knife, but it's just traditional split back whittler. It's got two pin blades that are long and thin, and that nice Warncliffe. You can see that It's patinaed up. I use it. I use it to whittle. Let's see. Do I have anything else? I know I do. I don't even know why I said that. I've always got something else, right? I think the only other knife I'm carrying today, in my front left pocket, I've got the Schaefer farm whittler that my wife got me for my birthday this year. Love it. And I think that's it. Other than the Civivi. I do have the Civivi Terzula design on riding on the front of my belt, right across my belt buckle. I guess I'll show it. It's easy to pull. I've been carrying it ever since I got it from my buddy. I met another knife guy in town. Turns out he was a high school math teacher, but he gave me some cool stuff. I traded him the Sharp by Design Apex that I won from Neves Knives for like 6 knives. Mostly it was like a new friend trade. I mean, he really wanted it, and he had a bunch of knives that I liked. So I traded. Got that's a VV. I got a SOG, like little belt knife that I looked up, and it was like $50, by the way, the little SOG thing. It's got some of the worst geometry of any little knife ever. It's almost like a punch dagger. But it is a thick little piece of steel. Mostly what I wanted was, he had an old pristine condition freaking Camillus Marlin Spike knife, and I really wanted it. But add them all up and the values were similar. I think he still got the better deal, but like I said, new friend deal. Alright guys, that's enough rambling on my part. I'm Cam, the Oregon Knife Guy. There's Odin on the left and Cyrus on the right, and we're out.